Explosive UFC news is dropping. Conor McGregor is on everyone's mind, but Carlos Prates has his eyes on the gold. Dustin Poirier and Islam Makhachev are trading shots over fight night weights. Alex Pereira is signing big deals and moving up. And a new light heavyweight clash is set. You do not want to miss this. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
A Conor McGregor bout would be nice, but Carlos Prates is focused on UFC gold. Carlos Prates has been must-see TV throughout his UFC welterweight run, so much so that he caught the attention of the sport's all-time biggest star, Conor McGregor. Rumors of a showdown with the notorious McGregor were recently on the tips of fans' tongues across the MMA sphere, with reports suggesting the UFC even discussed the idea with McGregor. However, the promotion ultimately landed on Prates' looming title eliminator against Jack Della Maddalena at UFC Perth on May 2nd. This put the 170-pound contender at the center of two very different paths, one built on spectacle, the other on substance. Speaking on the Ariel Helwani show, Prates made it clear which direction he prefers. He stated that while many people were talking about him and Conor McGregor when he was without an opponent, his true desire was to fight JDM. Prates explained that he respected JDM as the #1 contender and believed that fight made a lot of sense for him. He confirmed that the UFC offered him the main event against JDM, which he readily accepted. Despite the speculation, Prates revealed that the McGregor matchup never advanced beyond talk, and while he didn't dismiss the idea outright, his priorities remain firmly rooted in championship contention. Prates emphasized his desire to become champion and get the belt, believing the fight against JDM makes more sense at this time. He even speculated that McGregor, having been inactive for 5 years, might not be ready for a fight against him. However, Prates is now intensely focused on JDM and eager to compete in Australia for his title shot. A win against Della Maddalena in enemy territory would add another elite name to his resume, continuing his impressive surge into the division's upper tier. Prates also expressed his ambition to knock out JDM, just as he has done to other opponents in their careers, and believes this victory will secure him the next title shot. You won't believe what's next for the welterweight division. But first, we've got a massive weight dispute brewing in the lightweight division. Dustin Poirier accuses Islam Makhachev of weighing 192 pounds. During UFC 302 title fight, Islam fires back. It's been about 21 months since Dustin Poirier's UFC 302 lightweight title fight against Islam Makhachev, but the size difference between the two fighters remains a hot topic. During a recent appearance on Joe Rogan's podcast, Poirier discussed fighter rehydration after extreme weight cuts and claimed that Makhachev was significantly heavier than him on fight night. Poirier estimated Makhachev's weight to be around 191-92 pounds, while he himself weighed in at 176 pounds. He described Makhachev as looking huge under the spotlights. If accurate, this would represent a staggering jump from the 155-pound weigh-in limit. However, Makhachev quickly refuted the claim on Telegram, stating he has never weighed more than 80 kg, approximately 176 pounds. For context, Makhachev weighed 178 pounds for his title bout against Renato Moicano just 7 months after their fight. Regardless of whether Poirier exaggerated, Makhachev has long been considered one of the larger lightweights in the sport, and he is now continuing his legacy, competing in the welterweight division. Did Makhachev really pack on that much weight? Hold on, because we've got some huge contract news coming out of the UFC. Alex Pereira on new 8-fight deal. UFC took really good care of me. In a bright spot for the UFC amidst discussions about fighter pay and matchmaking, Alex Pereira has signed a new, highly favorable 8-fight contract. This new deal was secured in advance of his highly anticipated move to heavyweight, where he is set to face Cyril Gane for an interim title at the Freedom 250 card, scheduled to take place on June 14, 2026. Pereira, the former UFC middleweight and light heavyweight champion, expressed his immense satisfaction with the agreement during an appearance on the Ariel Helwani show. Pereira revealed that the terms of his new contract were so generous that he left the specifics of his future fighting plans open to the promotion. He stated, "I just expressed myself that I wanted to do a heavyweight fight, and they took really good care of me. The way that they gave me this last contract was so good that I left it open to do whatever they want. It doesn't matter." He confirmed that the deal is monetarily better than he had ever imagined for his career. Regarding his move up in weight, Pereira cited listening to his body and feeling like he hits like a heavyweight, even if some question his physical size for the division. He currently weighs around 245 pounds and sees this as a significant opportunity to continue making history. Pereira also noted that relinquishing his belt was an easy choice and thanked UFC matchmaker Mick Maynard, Hunter Campbell, and Dana White for the deal. At 38 years old, he admitted that this contract will probably be his final one with the UFC. Is this the biggest deal in UFC history? But before we go, get ready for a new light heavyweight showdown. Modestas Bukauskas signs on against Rodolfo Bellato at UFC Vegas 117. Light heavyweight contender Rodolfo Bellato is slated to return to action against Modestas Bukauskas at UFC Vegas 117 on May 16, 2026, at the UFC Apex in Las Vegas, Nevada. Bellato, who last competed earlier this month, holds a professional record of 13 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. This booking was first reported by MMA Fighting after Bukauskas announced he had signed his bout agreement, which he later confirmed on social media. Bellato, nicknamed Traitor, kicked off his 2026 campaign by defeating promotional newcomer and former CFFC champion Luke Fernandez via TKO at UFC 326, earning a Performance of the Night bonus. He currently holds a 2-1-1 record with 1 no contest under the UFC banner. Bukauskas is currently on his second stint with the UFC. His previous 4-fight win streak was snapped by Nikita Krylov in January. Prior to that loss, he had secured victories over notable opponents like Paul Craig and Ian Cutelaba. In his second run with the organization, Bukauskas has performed much better, boasting a 6-2 record since returning in 2023, a significant improvement from his initial 1-3 record between 2020 and 2021. The light heavyweight division just got more interesting. That's all the UFC news for today, but stick around for our full recap. What a whirlwind of UFC action. Carlos Prates is laser-focused on that welterweight title, Poirier and Makhachev are in a weight war, Alex Pereira just inked a massive deal and is heading to heavyweight, and a new light heavyweight clash is set. Don't miss a second of the action, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and drop a comment with your predictions. Plus, follow us on all social media for even more exclusive content.